So if you're in a snow plowing business, one of the things you're going to struggle a lot with is Wisconsin weathers, or just weather in general. And one thing that we've been struggling with for year after year is how do we keep our salt and our salt boxes from freezing up? Guys in Maine, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania have all struggled with this for years. Matter of fact, if you go online, you're going to see tons of posts about them not being able to make a one-trip operation. They'll go out, they'll plow, they'll go back to their depot, they'll fill their hoppers up with salt, and then they'll go spread application. That's great, but at the same time, it doesn't allow you to get the salt on the pavement right after you're finished plowing, especially during a day when it's snowing and blowing all day long. You want to be able to plow the lot, get the salt there to de-ice the property as much as possible. So what we came up with is a heck of a solution. If you look real close here, you're going to see that there is some copper tubing that's ran through this salt box. This copper tubing is no different than the water lines in your house. Thinking of those water lines freezing up from time to time, so we installed heat tape. And that heat tape is wrapped around that copper line, so therefore as the salt falls through the box, it keeps warm around the copper types. Now, the real challenge is, well, that's great, but what do? Plug in the box? No. Let me tell you this. We actually came up with a solution that allows us to use solar energy so throughout the day. The sunlight is powering up a battery. That battery is being discharged to power this box. So there's no maintenance. You're free. As long as it goes 2 or 3 days and we get some proper sunlight, we constantly have a hot box. So let me take a second and we show you what we did here so you can enjoy and try this on your own. Here we'll take a look at some of the components that we use to put our solar system together. Here's a 50-watt solar panel. These are about 80 bucks online. It has an MC4 output. This MC4 output can easily connect to a solar power controller. The controller has an in and out to the battery and then an out to a power inverter. This solar power converter allows us to collect solar energy, convert it into battery energy to store it, and then invert it to power a light bulb or any other source we may be looking to power at this time. So the basic setup is pretty easy. You got about a $16 part here. You have a $65 battery or so and about $80 stuck in the panel. And you'll need about an additional $30 for cabling and accessories to complete the system. But overall, for under 200 bucks, you have yourself a solar system that you can use to power whatever electronics. In this case, we're going to use it to power our hot box. So let's get to the exciting part and see how we assembled all this and show you how it works in the field. So to complete the finished product, what we ended up doing is our solar cable as well as our AC out is coming through here. And we just took a regular tolt, used a grommet and seal coated it. And then you can see we brought all the wiring here. And then from here, all of our wiring goes into our solar charge controller, our batteries here, and our inverters here. So quick access. You got your power switch right here by pushing that. Turns everything on. But then you can easily put the cover on, and the whole thing is safe from the elements. The next piece in our assembly of our heat box was to run the copper tubing through the box. So as the salt lays in here, the heat from the copper tubing will radiate into the salt, preventing it from freezing up. On top of our salt box, we mounted our solar panel. Now this is a solar panel that's meant for being a marine life, so it's acceptable to salt and high speeds in wet conditions. Similar to what we would do here in Wisconsin without the heat and sun. From here, we ran the solar cable along the box of the truck back to our storage area. Now throughout the winter, we will have a heated salt box. Well, that includes the video. If you liked what you saw, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Definitely like the video itself. You know, one thing we're always trying to do is trying to find different ways to innovate our business so that our customers can get a better service. And for the last few years, we've totally been struggling with the fact when it gets to be January, February here in Wisconsin, our salt does freeze up. We hope that this is a solution that will not only work for us, but could work for you. So we'll see you out there. Thanks for tuning in.